Hello English learners and welcome back to English Pod. My name is Marco.
And I'm Erica. How are you today, Marco?
I'm doing great. Today we have a super practical topic. We're going to learn how to shop in English, how to ask for things, find what you need, and pay.
This is so useful. Whether you're in a supermarket, a chemist's, or a small shop, you need these phrases every day.
Exactly. All right, let's listen to the dialogue. It's going to be a bit fast.
But don't worry. In about 15 minutes you'll understand everything.
Let's listen.
Hello, can I help you?
Hi, yes, have you got any medicine for a stomachache?
Of course. The medicine is over there, on the second shelf.
Oh, thank you. And sorry, where are the batteries?
The batteries are on the third floor.
Okay, great. Can I have this medicine, please? And these stamps too.
Sure, how many stamps would you like?
5, please.
Here you are. Anything else?
No, that's everything. How much is that?
That's £8.75, please. Cash or card?
Can I pay by card?
Of course. That's done. Would you like a bag?
Yes, please. Oh, and where's the cafe? I need a coffee.
The cafe is on the ground floor, next to the grocery section.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a nice day.
Well, that was a busy shopping trip.
Yeah, so we heard a customer buying medicine, stamps, and asking about batteries. And the shop assistant was really helpful and polite.
There were so many great phrases in that dialogue. Let's look at some really useful words and phrases now.
Our first word is grocery.
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 So a grocery is a shop that sells food and household items. You might also hear grocery store.
Exactly. Let's hear some examples.
I need to go to the grocery to buy some milk. There's a small grocery near my house. We do our grocery shopping every Saturday.
So remember, grocery, a shop that sells food and household items. Our next word is customer.
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 A customer is a person who buys things in a shop.
Right, let's hear some examples.
The shop assistant helped the customer find batteries. Are you a regular customer here? There were a lot of customers in the supermarket today.
So remember, customer, a person who buys things in a shop. Next we have shop assistant.
Shop assistant.
Shop assistant.
Shop assistant.
Shop assistant.
A shop assistant is a person who works in a shop and helps customers.
Let's hear some examples.
The shop assistant showed me where the medicine was. I asked the shop assistant for help. She works as a shop assistant at the weekend.
So remember, shop assistant, a person who works in a shop and helps customers. Our next word is chemists.
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 A chemist's is a shop where you buy medicine. In American English, people say pharmacy.
Great point. Let's hear some examples.
I need to go to the chemist's to get some medicine for a cold. Is there a chemist's near here? The chemist's closes at 6 o'clock.
So remember, chemists, a shop where you buy medicine. Next up, supermarket.
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 A supermarket is a large shop that sells food and many other things.
Let's hear some examples.
We go to the supermarket every weekend. This supermarket has everything: food, clothes, and batteries. The new supermarket is very big and has a cafe inside.
So remember, supermarket, a large shop that sells food and other things. Our next word is stamps.
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 Stamps are small pieces of paper you put on letters to send them.
Right, let's hear some examples.
I need to buy some stamps to send this letter. How many stamps do you need? You can buy stamps at the post office or the supermarket.
So remember, stamps, small pieces of paper you put on letters to send them. Next we have batteries.
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 Batteries are small objects that give power to electronic things, like a remote control or a clock.
Exactly. Let's hear some examples.
My remote control needs new batteries. Where can I buy batteries? These batteries last for about 6 months.
So remember, batteries, small objects that give power to electronic things. Our next word is medicine.
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 Medicine is something you take when you are ill, to feel better.
Let's hear some examples.
Have you got any medicine for a cold? I take this medicine every morning. You can buy medicine at the chemist's.
So remember, medicine, something you take when you are ill. Next up, change.
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 In a shop, change is the money you get back after you pay. For example, you pay £10, but the price is 8, so you get £2 change.
Great explanation. Let's hear some examples.
That's £2.50 change. Don't forget your change. Here's your change, £3.20.
So remember, change, the money you get back after paying. Our next word is cash.
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 Cash means money in coins or notes, not a card. Real money you can hold.
Let's hear some examples.
I don't have any cash. Can I pay by card? Do you want to pay cash or card? I always carry some cash with me.
So remember, cash, money in coins or notes. And our last word for today, polite.
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 Polite means kind and respectful in how you speak. When you say, please, and thank you, that's polite.
Very important in shops. Let's hear some examples.
She was very polite to the customers. It's polite to say, please, when you ask for something. The shop assistant was really polite and helpful.
So remember, polite, kind and respectful in how you speak. Now let's look at how to put these words together. We're going to learn some really useful grammar patterns for shopping.
In the dialogue we heard, how much is that? And how many stamps would you like?
This is a really useful pattern. We use how much to ask about the price of something, or with uncountable things. And we use how many with things we can count, like stamps, bottles, or batteries.
So remember, how much for price and uncountable, how many for countable things.
How much is this book? How much are these pens? How many bottles would you like? How much milk do we need?
We also heard, can I have a cheese sandwich, please?
Can I have is the most common and polite way to ask for something in a shop. Just add, please, at the end.
Can I have 2 stamps, please? Can I have a bag, please? Can I have a coffee and a sandwich, please?
Another great phrase from the dialogue. Have you got any medicine for a cold?
We use have you got to ask if a shop has something. Notice the word any. We use any in questions and negative sentences.
Have you got any batteries? Have you got any stamps? Have you got this in a different color?
And finally, would you like a bag?
Would you like is a very polite way to offer something. Shop assistants use this all the time.
Would you like a bag? Would you like anything else? Would you like to pay by card?
All right, let's listen to the dialogue again, but this time a little slower.
Hello, can I help you?
Hi, yes, have you got any medicine for a stomach ache?
Of course. The medicine is over there, on the second shelf.
Oh, thank you. And sorry, where are the batteries?
The batteries are on the third floor.
Okay, great. Can I have this medicine, please? And these stamps too.
Sure, how many stamps would you like?
5, please.
Here you are. Anything else?
No, that's everything. How much is that?
That's £8.75, please. Cash or card?
Can I pay by card?
Of course. That's done. Would you like a bag?
Yes, please. Oh, and where's the cafe? I need a coffee.
The cafe is on the ground floor, next to the grocery section.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a nice day.
Now it's time for Fluency Builder.
We're going to help you sound more natural when you're shopping.
In the dialogue we heard, can I have a cheese sandwich, please?
This is the most natural way to ask for something in a shop.
Some students say, I want a cheese sandwich, or, give me a sandwich, but, can I have? Please, sounds much more natural and polite.
Can I have a cheese sandwich, please?
You can also say, could I have, which is even more polite.
We also heard, have you got any medicine for a cold?
This is such a natural way to ask if a shop has something.
Some students say, do you sell medicine? That's correct, but, have you got any? Sounds much more natural in everyday conversation.
Have you got any medicine for a cold?
You can also say, do you have any? Both are great.
Another great phrase. Anything else?
Shop assistants say this all the time. It means, do you want something more?
Some students say, do you need other things? But, anything else, is shorter, more natural, and everyone uses it.
Anything else?
The full version is, would you like anything else? Also very common.
And we heard, here you are.
This is what you say when you give something to someone.
Some students say, take this, or, this is for you. But, here you are, is much more natural.
Here you are.
You can also say, here you go. That's a bit more informal and very friendly.
And finally, cash or card?
This is what the shop assistant asks when you're paying. Super short, super common.
Some students say, do you want to pay with money or with a credit card? That's way too long. Cash or card, is what everyone says.
Cash or card?
And as a customer, you can answer, card, please, or cash, please.
You know, Erica, this topic reminds me of something funny. When I first arrived in England, I went to a shop and I couldn't find anything.
Oh really? What happened?
Well, I needed some batteries for my camera. And I just walked around the supermarket for 20 minutes. I didn't know where anything was. Finally, I asked a shop assistant, sorry, have you got any batteries? And she said, they're over there, on the third floor. So easy.
Ha, that's why it's so important to ask. You know, I had a similar experience. I was in a chemist's and I needed some medicine for a cold. But I didn't know how to ask politely.
What did you say?
I just said, medicine. Cold, like a robot. The shop assistant was very polite and helped me. But now I know to say, have you got any medicine for a cold? Much better.
That's so true. And what about paying? Do you prefer cash or card?
Oh, I always pay by card. I never carry cash. What about you?
I like to have some cash for small shops, like the market or a grocery. But for the supermarket, I always use my card. It's just easier.
Exactly. And one more tip for our listeners. Always remember to say, please, and thank you. It makes you sound so polite.
Great advice, Erica. Being polite really helps when you're shopping in English. Alright, let's listen to the dialogue one more time. This time, see how much you understand.
Hello, can I help you?
Hi, yes, have you got any medicine for a stomachache?
Of course. The medicine is over there, on the second shelf.
Oh, thank you. And sorry, where are the batteries?
The batteries are on the third floor.
Okay, great. Can I have this medicine, please? And these stamps too.
Sure, how many stamps would you like?
5, please.
Here you are. Anything else?
No, that's everything. How much is that?
That's £8.75, please. Cash or card?
Can I pay by card?
Of course. That's done. Would you like a bag?
Yes, please. Oh, and where's the cafe? I need a coffee.
The cafe is on the ground floor, next to the grocery section.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a nice day.
Great job, everyone. You learned so much today about shopping in English.
Remember to practice these phrases next time you go to a shop. Even if you're shopping in Ukrainian, try to think of the English words.
Now it's time for the audio review.
The English Pod Audio Review. Listen to the meaning, then say the word. A shop that sells food and household items. Grocery. A person who buys things in a shop. Customer. A person who works in a shop and helps customers. Shop assistant. A shop where you buy medicine. Chemists. A large shop that sells food and other things. Supermarket. Small pieces of paper you put on letters to send them. Stamps. Small objects that give power to electronic things. Batteries. Something you take when you are ill. Medicine. Money you get back after paying. Change. Money in coins or notes. Cash. Kind and respectful in how you speak. Polite. Now say the word and hear it in a sentence. Grocery.
There's a small grocery near my house.
Customer.
The customer asked for some help.
Shop assistant.
The shop assistant showed me where the batteries were.
Chemists.
I bought some medicine at the chemist's.
Supermarket.
We go to the supermarket every Saturday.
Stamps.
I need to buy some stamps for these letters.
Batteries.
The remote control needs new batteries.
Medicine.
Have you got any medicine for a cold?
Change.
Here's your change, £2.50.
Cash.
I don't have any cash. Can I pay by card?
Polite.
It's polite to say please and thank you.
That's all for today. Thanks for listening to English Pod.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye everyone.